Okay. Well, the wee one is gone, so guess I'm continuing this game on my own. Let's have a look, see here. What? Well, the others seemed to work when I went on the ride, so let's go on Ferris wheel. Yes. Oh. Oh, I hate this. Alright,
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed, but I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
I've gone through one of those experiences myself. You never get over it. The best is you get used to it. What? Nope. So your husband worked on this? He was one of the craftsmen, not craftsmen, but engineers, repairmen, I guess. So I can see why you have bad memories of this park. So, not cold cut, no. Whatever the phrase is, it's not, okay. That's unnerving.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
This cuts deep. I actually was abandoned by my birth parents. They threw me away when I was 1. So seeing this,
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
you can't help but project when you're in a situation so close to reality. You in there, buddy? Hello.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Callum? Little buddy? Did I kill him? No. I'm so sorry, Callum.
The witch awaits.
He is the witch. That is the witch.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
I can see what's going on here. She doesn't even realize what she's doing. I'm gonna put my own guesses here. She is probably an alcoholic or multiple personalities, maybe. And she is probably abusing the kid, like physically, out of stress or anger or whatever causes it. And because it is not the exact mindset she has now, it's like separates the memories.
The whole town was
feels
shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
But Cotton Candy Corpse you saw taste in Parker's mouth by High Laurel. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind Cotton Candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse is yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. No. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind their shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It's a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victims and will cooperate fully with the authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on this story going forward. But yeah, I can't relate to her, but I can partially relate to Callum in that scenario. Especially with my birth mum, who was a very heavy drinker, and the only time she ever contacted or wanted to be around me or my sister was to take money from us. She treated her own children as walking wallets. And I actually made sure she wasn't allowed to get any to even speak to me or see me when I was 8. So, because of the bad things she did and the way she was, but like, because she was so heavy with drink and probably drugs and whatever else have you, she thought that she was trying to be a good parent or be a good person, but at least that's what she thought she was being. Sorry this took a really dark turn. Just so close to my personal experiences that I kind of ended up
Poor
sharing
bastard.
too much.
Who did this to him?
I feel really worried for Callum. But at the same time, I can't hate Lorraine? Is that who we are? She has a darker mindset and a few problems of her own, which kind of changes her personality and the way she goes about things. I understand that. It's very bad. The things she does are clearly not a good thing, but
These are mine.
I can't fully hit her because she doesn't even know what she's doing. The graffiti. Mother. Not safe the League. Sheriff Bannerman is a fat pig, but his daughter is hot. I can taste your dreams. Fuck gravity. Destroy reality. You're the bogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. Don't believe anything I just got the nose one. I like that joke. Some kids laugh and some kids cry, but mostly children simply die. All that you love will be carried away. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Yeah. Yeah, this is going a bit to what I was thinking. This medication probably makes her a bit out of it. And almost a bit loopy, so she doesn't know what she's doing. At least not fully. So all the bad things that she does, she can't even acknowledge it. Fine. Oh. What the trippy hell?
Don't touch me!
Forgive me, Callum.
Yeah. Like that is probably like this is the her that does these things. And she knows she did something bad. But it's a very, very
Don't leave me here, Callum.
messy situation.
Mommy, I'm scared!
Don't leave me here, Callum. Callum,
Don't let the witch
I'm
put me
sorry.
down.
Okay, no.
Don't let it take me!
I have some pretty bad memories going back in my head right now. Oh,
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
this is Carrie Killian is Satan's for. It's honestly better that the wee one isn't here for this episode because I don't think he's ready to be exposed to this kind of stuff. Okay, it's a flashlight. Oh my. I didn't expect this game to be so close to home.
Give it to me!
What? I just came from... What? What? The room is... Frickin' pieces of... What? I guess someone's gonna be behind me in one of these mirrors. It's a trope. I'm used to it. Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about. I mean like Chad or something. He's gonna be behind me in one of these mirrors. Frickin' called it, but not the way I thought it was gonna be. Yep. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay. open, but there's no door there. Where the heck? How did that happen? Seriously.
Give it to me! Who was that?
Hello? I'm not on my own, but I don't know where you are. This. Nothing. Nothing. Why? What? Someone there? Was Dawn, Chad? Oh, what? I saw something there. Come on, Chad. Chatty boy. Second time. That's it. Stupid cardboard thing. Made me jump.
One little duck went out one day.
Oh. I could be taking a bit of a leap here, but is he supposed to symbolize like a foster care or adoption people? Like someone took the kid away because of how he was being treated? I get that kind of vibe. Nightmare Circus. By Farron Coma. The circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Cigarettes.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
The Wilting, Susan Anscombe. With this novel, Susan Anscombe cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation. A solar flare has struck the Earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. And an exotic dancer named Chanso Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic, everything we've come to expect from an Anscombe novel. Chanso Hara is back, and you better believe that she is bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Mom and Me. I Love You from Callum. That's the problem. No matter what happens to you, no matter how much you end up hating someone, when it's family, deep down, below all hate, you will love them still, no matter what happens, even if you don't recognize it in yourself. Though sometimes it's very, very hard to find that love. Chicken, wine, apples. Oof. This is... Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map. Then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man. I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I need to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. one of these things. I remember them from my childhood. I never figured out how to use that without, like, cracking a bone. Miss Mallard. Mallard? As we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you've been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Dr. Spencer Dunwich, Medical. Yeah, this one is 100% getting put into the mental health series. Lorraine Kimberly Mallard, 1977. Depression. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. Oh no. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Aftercare recommendations, weekly follow-up with a local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium-based. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorientation and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication. We have faith that she'll be an effective caregiver. Lorraine has her own housing and her employer, Susie, has said that she is welcome to return to her shift at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with this support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Medication instructions. A prescription for Zoloft that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She's been advised to start with a 10 milligram dose and then based on the advice of her doctor to increase the medication as needed. So I was right. He was put into foster care. And I assume in her mind, she came up with that man, that creature that keeps appearing. Our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams to explain their situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They've asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I'm not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with the... Oh, you... Really? You're going to use now to... That could be handled better. You don't immediately tell them, oh yeah, you're cut off from all forms of family and support. Oh yeah, and also pay me. Like, that is terribly done.
Duck and quack, 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 quack. But no little duck came back.
Mother duck, quack, 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 quack. But no little ducks came back. Things things aren't right between us at the moment, I know I want to try and explain it. I think it's because I'm so far from home and I'm working so hard every day. Working at the park, it gets worse, like a spring inside my mind, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax, we laugh, and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind, but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, and Emma if it's a girl. The hunger. Oh. This is a lot of pills. A lot of pills, buddy.
Don't.
Callum? Are you okay? Why do I want to examine wine? Yeah. Heavy, medicines, and definitely a drinker.
One little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
But no
But
little
no
duck
little ducks came back.
I didn't run away. Dad took me. Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice. It has made me happy. Carrot. Yeah, happy carrot. That coffee or dried blood? Tea, maybe. Milk tea.
Mother duck went out one day over hills and far.
When we go for drinks, I can. Yeah. Oh. Times like these when I wish I was wrong about my predictions. This is, my two best friends, Dawn and Laura. You're alone. Nobody loves you. Karen is no longer who he once was. She's I love. She's recognized in herself what is Spock. As we agreed in our meeting, let's be clear, you are no way sign of mind and body, and you're a danger to everybody. Please note that you only escape from this should be drugs. Shitload of them. Smoking, snorting, oral, intravenous. Take them any way you can as often as you can. That shit can only make you laugh better. In case there was any doubt, you're suffering or relax and nobody really cares. Nobody can help you now. Don't fuck this up. Up your Spock. That is what she sees in that message. Oh, that is. Yeah. Thank you, William. Let me watch. Happy cat. No. Okay. Okay. No more ducks. This must be the real room then. What the actual heist looked like. What the hell? Forget Don, Dad, not them. You will watch me rot. Yeah, I will. This is... Oh my. This is a, Oh my.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
I'm sorry, Lorraine, but we are. I'm gonna leave this one here. I'll pick up very soon.